Hey, what's up guys? It's Jeremy and Matt with Ashman Realty Group. We're here in our hometown of Roswell, Georgia for another episode of Life in Roswell.
Life in Roswell is about showcasing local businesses and the people behind them.
Today we're going to sit down with Tim Stevens at From the Earth Brewing Company, just off of Holcomb Bridge Road. Let's go in and check it out. Hey Tim.
Hey guys, welcome to FDE.
Thanks for having us.
It's so nice to see you.
Yeah,
fantastic. Awesome. Well, let me show you around.
Perfect.
Before we get going, I just wanted to kind of point out a couple real quick things.
Yeah.
We tried to repurpose as much things as we could here at FDE when we were opening. This was actually made by a local friend of ours that lives right down the street. It's a repurposed wine barrel. He actually did most of the lighting in the restaurant. So here's another piece that he did. These are actually the wine bands that hold the barrels together that he spun around some Edison bulbs.
Very cool.
All of the wood on the back bar is repurposed. He also actually did the tap handles back on the back bar as well. They're repurposed wine stays.
Nice.
As you can see, we do offer more than just beer. We're a brew pub, so we're able to do wine, liquor, and beer.
Excellent. Nice.
So actually, I apologize for this space over here. We're getting ready to set up for live music tonight. We've got a big band coming in this evening.
Very cool.
We do a lot of music. There's three passions we like to say here. We have our passion for food, beer, and live music. So this is our brewers area, our brewers table. It's got great views of the whole brewery. It can accommodate up to about 12 people. We also have our wine storage here, and it is a semi-private area, so we can close these straight for...
I actually sat here the last time I was in.
Well, good. I hope you enjoyed it.
It was great.
Fantastic.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So again, we do wine dinners here. We do beer dinners, just special events, birthdays, whatever you're here for.
Yeah,
I'm sure
birthday.
it's a special occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fantastic.
Cool.
You guys want to pop into the brewery?
Yeah,
and
I'd love to.
look
Let's
around?
do it.
Love to
Great.
check.
So this is all American-made steel. It was custom made for us out of Detroit, Michigan. Kevin McNerney, who started Sweetwater Brewing, was bought out about 6 or 8 years ago, started a consulting company. I hired him to come in to design our brewery and help me get the custom fit for these tanks, as he had 25 years of experience. He came in, we hit it off, and he was actually our brewmaster here for about 1.5 years. So really
awesome.
Kind of got us off on the right foot and trained our current brewmaster, Brian Lee, under him for the 1.5 years. So really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is kind of how the brewery set up. These are all our bright beer tanks. You can tell because they're flat bottom tanks. We have them actually hard. We have a chase that runs under the ground right up to our back bar, so we're pouring directly from those tanks. We feel the less you maneuver the beer, the better the beer is going to taste. So it's a pretty small production facility. We sell most of this on site. We do distribute a little bit out in the market through national distributing, but most we actually serve right here. We like to change up the varieties constantly. We want to have the guests. I want them to experience a different beer or a different experience, whether it's food or beer or cocktail, every single time they come in. So the beers are always changing.
So do you have standard beers that you always produce and then you're switching up others, or is it always fresh batches?
Well, we started with 2 year-round beers, and yes, I mean the goal is to turn these tanks in 3 to 4 weeks. So it's always super fresh. It's fresh out in the market. That's our goal. But yeah, we started off with 2 year-round beers, and now we've kind of grown up to 6 or 8 year-round beers.
Oh, wow.
The issue is the capacity. So we can only brew when we have an open tank. So juggling that with all the year-round beers that I want is it gives Brian a headache every now and then trying to juggle all of this. So let me go through them real quick from left to right. Our Golden Ale is one of our year-rounds that I mentioned earlier. This was always year-round. We played a little bit this last brew with the bittering hops, so I think this is the best one by far, and this is going to be our new recipe from this point out. So this is a Pilsner, a single hop Pilsner. We use Eldorado hops, which gives it a little earthiness and a little lemon flavor.
That's great.
Or citrus.
This is
really
one
good.
when I came before that I kept going back to.
Yeah.
That's like an everyday. You can
That's
drink
exactly
that.
right. 5.1%. It's not going to crush you if you have beers in the afternoon, where the rest will. So this next beer is one we released last week. This is a Belgian Tripal called Third Eye. It's coming in at 9.7%, so this one definitely has a little a little bite to it. It's one you need to pace yourself on.
All right. How
This
much
is not
did you
an all
say?
day. 9.7.
Wow.
So this is pretty interesting. The flavor characteristics coming from that mainly are coming from the yeast strain that we use. We use a Trappist-style Chimay yeast blend that really gives it that banana and some spices in there as well. So this was a collaboration we did between us, Variant, and Gate City for the F&B Fest we had out here in the end of October. Awesome. This is called Can't Find My Way Home. This is 10.2% triple IPA with cashmere hops, Galaxy hops, and then we used El Dorado for bitterness. Wow. Yeah. And then this last beer is one that we've had for about a month now. This is Midnight Rider. It's 7.2% porter. This is one of the only beers that we add adjuncts. So we add some cocoa nibs, so it really becomes more of a chocolate porter. Kind of cool. We were in a blind tasting last night at Brick Store, which is one of the, I feel, the best beer places in the state. And we took first place with this beer, which is really cool.
It's very good.
Congrats, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so let's start off with a couple of the house specialty appetizers. This right here is our Brussels sprouts, flash fried with blue cheese, bacon, little carrots on top. This is a pan-seared Atlantic salmon served over kohlrabi and Swiss chard. And the kohlrabi and Swiss chard is actually sourced from Martin's Gardens. I know you guys did a segment on them not too long ago. This is also a house specialty. This is our fried chicken, served over Yukon mashed potatoes, grilled asparagus, and there's a spicy honey sauce over the top.
So why Roswell? What brought you here?
Well, my wife and I live here. My kids go to school here. Roswell was always our number one choice. We were looking at downtown Roswell, as most do, and fell in love with East Roswell. Again, we live on this side, so the choices out here, especially for breweries and brew pubs and restaurants, are a bit limited, and we really wanted to kind of jump in here and
change that.
Yeah. So with those things, Martin's Landing has been a huge supporter of us. Horseshoe Bend as well. So again, it's really nice to get involved. I wanted to be in a community where not only I lived in, but I could become involved in. I could give back to the community where we live. So all of those things were the main drive for Roswell.
Tim, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Food was wonderful. The drinks were so good.
Thank you so much
for having us in.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming out. So getting to show you guys around. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves.
We did. Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
See you around.
Looking forward to it.
Be back in a couple hours.
Sounds good. Hope you're thirsty.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Life in Roswell.
Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep up with future episodes and give us your feedback.
If you have a spot you'd like for us to highlight in Roswell, or you're looking to move to Roswell, we'd love to help you. Call us at the numbers below. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.